Hello and welcome everybody to the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone with your favorite host, King NPV. You know that's me, baby. And on this episode, we're going to be talking not necessarily about sports, but sports media personalities that have been dominating the headlines this entire week. Now, before we get into this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we are on a quest for 12,000 subs. Also, don't forget to leave a comment on the video because I want to know if you guys agree or disagree with my takes. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this week has been a crazy one in terms of sports media personalities dominating the headlines, and not for necessarily the good reasons. In this episode, we're actually going to be talking about the Marcus Morris Sr. issues, the Shannon Sharpe issues, and the Gilbert Arenas issues. And I'm just going to be offering my opinion and hopefully not be getting sued like my boy Shannon Sharpe, who I am still a fan of and I am still supporting because I don't think he necessarily did anything wrong. And I kind of feel bad because at this point, we'll get into my opinions here soon. So let's actually start off with the Marcus Morris Sr. Issues, and let's actually watch a video from Road Trippin' hosted by Richard Jefferson and Allie Clifton, who actually had Kendrick Perkins on, and he basically breaks it down from his own personal experience. Let us watch.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
I don't have enough details. This is my thing. I know he got arrested for
He was arrested Sunday at Fort Lauderdale Airport on fraud charges, denied bond on Tuesday.
denied bond.
According to TMZ court documents, so we are placing obviously some context here, he allegedly got $115,000 from the MGM Grand Hotel and Casino via bad checks in May 2024 and never paid it back when the checks bounced. Then in June of 24, he did something similar at the Wynn Las Vegas, netting $150,000 through checks he apparently knew wouldn't cash.
So let me say this. As a guy that used to be a big time gambler at casinos, like 4 or 5 years ago, I actually had an addiction in gambling. I actually went up to the casino and signed myself that I would never gamble again. Not that they made me, I did it, right? Like I did it. I was a blackjack type of guy. And what happens with these markers, when you take a marker out from the casino, is basically you're getting a marker and you have 30 days to pay the marker back. If you don't pay the marker back, then it's labeled as quote unquote fraud or you writing a bad check. Because when you go and you take the line of credit, you know that basically what they're saying is you knew that you didn't have the funds. And they recently, over the last 10 years, that they could charge you criminally. Now, we'll say this. The casinos don't want to go that route with you unless they feel like you disrespected them. Disrespect meaning lack of communication, or you can't call and say, you know what, hey, give me another 30 days and I'll pay the marker off, or give me 6 months and I'll pay the marker down until, or whatever. But if you ignore them, because I am something with you, if you ignore them, they have a problem with you. Because I saw yesterday when he was actually in court, they released it yesterday or 2 days ago. And his lawyer, his attorney walked up and his attorney said, the wire has been sent. The judge still denied him bond. Like at that point, it was like, no. The money, send the money, cool, but we're trying to make an example because for however amount of period, we tried to contact Mr. Morris. We wanted not for this to get this far. And so that it did got this far. No. You're gonna sit down. And I mean literally his lawyer was like, well, your attorney, your honor, you have this, you could like, grant him bond or whatever. And they was like, no, we're gonna, cause he's in Florida and they're gonna extradite him to Las Vegas. So at this point, they're just being assholes on purpose because they felt disrespected. Lost on job, huh?
So he's paid back the money to the casinos.
The wire has been sent.
Okay.
Now it's up to like,
But yes, but so deny. Okay. So bail and bond. Again, I'm not very familiar. So that based.
So basically what happened there, hold on, technical difficulties here. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Morris Sr., I don't know if he has a gambling issue or a gambling addiction. I don't know anything about that. But because he has the money for it, he's good for it. He basically took out a line of credit about over $265,000 from the casino that he basically owed the casino. And after 30 days or after not paying them back and like them trying to reach out to him and him basically not responding, he got in trouble. He got in trouble. The casino pressed charges and basically they wanted to extradite him. They arrested him at the airport, tried to slap fraud charges on him. And even though the wire was set because he did pay, they didn't release him right away. They kept him in jail just to kind of like prove a point, make an example out of him just a little bit. But he is out now. It is a great. I'm glad he was able to resolve his legal issues. I just don't know why. I guess in my honest opinion, if you already, I know it's $265,000. $265,000 is $265,000. That's a lot of money. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care what you are. $265,000, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of motherfucking money. However, if you're dealing with Las Vegas casino, guys, Las Vegas, the owners of those casinos, they have a lot of influence. They have a lot of influence in politics, right? They have a lot of influence in certain things in certain areas because they have the money. If you have the money to own a casino in Las Vegas, you have a lot of funds to basically do what you need to do to make sure you can retain your funds. Marcus Morris Sr. didn't for some reason want to pay the debt. I'll be honest with you, like he's made enough money in his NFL or not NFL in his NBA career where he shouldn't necessarily be looking for a line of credit or anything like that. Just send the wire, because now you're in videos like these where it's kind of just you're being talked about and not in necessarily like you're being talked about in. I'm not saying ill things about you, right? It's just like it makes you look bad. And I, for one, hope I don't experience this. Like, we're going to take life lessons from this, right? Don't ever take a line of credit from a fucking casino in Las Vegas if you don't really intend to pay them back in a timely fashion, because those motherfuckers will come after you and will get their money one way or another. You're either going to go to jail and they're going to do it the legal way, which I honestly, in my personal opinion, think is a godsend for Marcus Morris Sr. Because back in the old days, his ass would have been in a body bag somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Because that's how those motherfuckers used to roll back then, or somewhere out in the middle of the desert. But yeah, that's lesson number one. Lesson number two, if you're going to gamble, have your money like on you. Also, moderate your gambling. Dude, $265,000 is a lot of money. And I understand Las Vegas is Las Vegas, and you can have tables that like the buy-in is like 10 G's. But damn it, man, like just make sure you have it on you because you don't want this situation to happen to you. Apparently, I think he was at the airport with his family when they slapped the cuffs on him. In the report that basically came out, this is what came out after he was released by earlier today. Let us read. Marcus Morris, NBA free agent Marcus Morris released from detainment after paying $265,000 in casino debts. Why is this important? Sorry, I don't need this right now. Sorry. He's a free agent. It's safe to kind of say his NBA career might be over. Maybe. We'll see. NBA free agent Marcus Morris Sr., one of the Morris twins, addressed his recent arrest in Broward County, Florida, on a felony fraud charge for allegedly stealing $266,000 from 2 Las Vegas casinos using fake checks, right? They recapped this earlier. Morris refuted the fraud allegation, stating he took his time to repay casino maker, which led to an arrest warrant. The 35-year-old was arrested at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with an outstanding Nevada warrant. In a social media statement, Morris claimed he was detained for 51 hours and starved without food or water. Oh, damn, they went hard on his ass. The 13-year NBA veteran alleged. I'll be real with you. I let me tell you something. If you have a fucking warrant out for your arrest, make sure you don't have no warrants out for your arrest. Because the motherfucking cops, they will show up at your place and they will arrest you and they will send your ass to jail. I wish I was fucking joking. It happened to me when I was 18. I think I was 18. Was I 18? Maybe I was 19. I didn't realize I had a warrant out for missing a court date for a speeding ticket. And I was just chilling, smoking some weed in my living room. And it is not pleasant when you go to you hear a knock on your door and it's police officers coming to take you to jail. It was a horrible experience. If you haven't gone through it, I got lucky. I was only in there for a day, and I think I was in there for like 7 to 8 hours. I hated it. Guys, go to the fucking court. Get your shit fucking figured out. Get it sorted out. Because these motherfuckers will come for you. They will come for you, and they will get what they need from you. Marcus Morris on Threads. Thank God. Yada yada yada. I ain't gonna read that. Actually, I guess I am. Thank God I woke up. Oh, so let's continue the article, right? Thank God I woke up in my bed this morning. Morris posted, I will address this on camera. The word fraud was thrown on my name as if I took something or wrote a check for cash. Did I take a marker to gamble? Yes. Was this the first time? No. I've enjoyed Vegas at a high level for years, and that's not just gambling. I thought the money and time I spent there would have value. What? Hold up. So you think this is why I didn't want to read the fucking tweet, because now you get my reaction. Let me finish. What? Hold on. Before I finish, bro, just because you've spent money in Las Vegas at a high level, like you claim you've done it, does not give you the right to take a marker and not pay it off in the amount of time that they tell you to pay it off. Like, what? Like, I understand there you get certain perks when you're in Vegas and you're a high roller. I have a friend who's a very high roller who goes to Vegas, and when he goes out there, he gets like a fucking penthouse suite all to himself for his buddies and everything. He enjoys it. He loves it. Like when he gets treated like royalty when he goes out to Vegas. But he spends money at Vegas and he's liquid when he's there. So like just because he's gonna go there and spend money does not allow them to give him more time to repay whatever that's just rich people, man. I don't know. Let me continue here. He continued, did I take out a marker to gamble? Yes. Was this my first time? No. No. I took my time to pay back the money, which could have been handled on the spot. If I'd known, I'd be locked up like a flight risk. Bro, like I said, you got it on you, put it down on the motherfucking table. Don't take the marker, because that's where they get you. That's where they'll get you. The felony fraud charge led to a no bail arrest, but Morris was released after repaying the sum. Marcus Morris made more than $100 million throughout his NBA career, having played for the Knicks, Clippers, Celtics, and other as a journeyman. He robbed money at the end of his career. I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, he stole money at the end of his career. But $100 million, you should have investments, you should have properties, you shouldn't be fucking going to jail for $265,000. Lesson learned, I hope. I really hope this was a lesson learned, Marcus. I really hope. Money paid back and lesson learned. There you go. There you go. I told you, lesson learned. Fraud, I can't live with. I'm not going, Morris Road. I'm not going on every social media site to clear anything up. My character means everything to me and my family. He added, I was just in Vegas, no phone call or visit. I gambled and had mansions at both casinos. The key word I won't accept is fraud, because this wasn't about a money exchange or me being unable to pay. Also, having a millionaire brother in my corner doesn't hurt. Me and bro will be on the platform soon, not to clear things up, but to explain what happened and the lessons learned for young athletes who look up to us. To sit for 51 hours with no bail and no chance to pay it back until after 2 days was out of pocket, Morris wrote. 24-hour lockdown, no food or water for 51 hours. That hurt me the most. I've enjoyed Vegas for over 10 years on a high level, not just gambling. If you know us, take it how you want. The Broward Sheriff's Office responded and disputed Morris's claims of starvation. Mr. Morris indeed had multiple meals delivered to him, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner. His meals were accompanied by juice, and he had access to water. Morris was issued an August 6th court date. He did have access to water. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, above the toilet is the water fountain. That's how you know I've been in there, because I remember. Just because you ain't getting a bottle of water or some spring. Actually, this is a good sign. This is a great sign. You know why? Because I don't think the Morris twins have ever been to jail. And this is the first time they've been caught up in any legal issues, right? So he don't know. He don't know, right? He don't know. I speak from my own personal experiences. I was only in there once. Let me go back to my view. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I can't. The entitlement. If these people, I'm kind of glad he learned a lesson and he felt it, because imagine what normal people like you and I, if we were to get in a situation where it's not even $265,000, it's like, let's say it's $5,000, let's say it's $10,000. You get into some sort of trouble like that, right? And we go to jail, and then we can't like pay it off or be bailed out. We got to take the fucking juice, the water, whatever the fuck they got in there for us to drink. So he didn't get no special treatment. He was treated normally, from what I take into account, and I think he learned his lesson. Let's move on to Shannon Sharpe and now Ocho lawsuit. What's going on there?
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspins Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life, Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops. All right, guys, so let's dive into the Shannon Sharpe situation and kind of everything that it's kind of entangled right now. Basically, recently he's been let go of ESPN. I think it was reported that before the lawsuit came out, he was in negotiations for like a $100 million contract. That's clearly out the door now. That's not happening with ESPN, and I don't know if he's gonna make his way back into some form or fashion. I kind of had the mind, my brain was telling me both Skip and Shannon are no longer at FS1, like are no longer on a network. I know FS1 just let Skip go, I think a little bit over a year ago. So when like they just canceled the facility, both Skip and Shannon are available. And when FS1 launched, Undisputed was fucking amazing. Like ratings when Undisputed with Skip and Shannon like were going like off the roof. I understand Shannon was forced out, but now he's not at ESPN. He's not under contract. Fox's ratings are fucking tanking. They canceled breakfast. They canceled the Carton Show, which then became Breakfast Ball. They canceled that. Canceled the facility, and they canceled Speak. They only got the Herd, and they only got First Things First, right? In my honest opinion, if I'm the head at Fox or whatever, I understand there's allegations. From everything that's kind of come out, it looks like everything's kind of been resolved. I'm actually gonna read the whole Shannon Sharpe lawsuit thing right now, well, from USA Today. But if I'm Fox, there's a hole in your TV programming right now with the cancellation of 3 shows. You're banking on the Herd, and you are banking like a motherfucker on First Things First and expanding that to like a third hour. So you got the Herd for 3 hours, you got First Things First for 3 hours. That's 6 hours of television. I think you got to bring back Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. I think those two were amazing together. I understand there was hard feelings at the end, but with the hole that's left behind at FS1, bringing those two back brings eyeballs back, brings ratings back, and people are going to go and watch Undisputed on FS1. That's my take. That's my honest to God take. That's why I think FS1 should consider it. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Never say never in television, right? But I think if FS1 wants to capitalize it, bring back Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, the 2 original creators of the show, or the 2 original hosts of the show. Maybe I'd say bring back Joy Taylor, but fuck, I know she's gone. It's sad. I'm a big Joy Taylor fan, but she's gone. Skip and Shannon on Undisputed, fucking phenomenal. Fire ratings go back up. And you might have like some sort of competition with like your 3 original shows that you started with the network, right? You started the network off with Undisputed, Skip and Shannon. You started the network off with the Herd with Colin Cowherd. Then you added First Things First with Jenna, Nick Wright, and Chris Carter. And then that's evolved into being the show that it is today with Chris Broussard, Kevin Wildes, Nick Wright, who's still been anchoring the show. Now you've added Danny Parkins, Greg Jennings. You still got the Herd for 3 hours, being anchored by Colin Cowherd and Jason McIntyre. Bring back Undisputed. I'm just saying, that is the missing piece with Skip and Shannon. My thoughts. Now, let's actually break down, or let's read what USA Today wrote about ESPN letting go of Shannon Sharpe and the lawsuit basically being settled. Shannon Sharpe out at ESPN. Let us read by Mark Gianotto. I know I said it in an Asian accent. I meant to do it in an Italian one. The on-air relationship between ESPN and Shannon Sharpe appears to be over less than 2 weeks after the Pro Football Hall of Fame tight end and media commentator settled a $50 million lawsuit related to a sexual assault and battery accusations by an ex-girlfriend. The network has decided to cut ties with Sharpe, according to a report from The Athletic. On Wednesday, July 30th, Sharpe last appeared on ESPN in April, stepping away after the lawsuit was initially filed, but he publicly denied the allegations, calling it a shakedown, and maintained his relationship with the accuser was 100% consensual. Sharpe said at the time he planned to return to ESPN's airwaves when the NFL training camps began ahead of 2025. The settlement in Sharpe's case came to light on July 18th when Tony Busby, the attorney for the woman identified as Jane Doe, in the court filing announced the sides had reached a resolution and the lawsuit would be dismissed. No details of the agreement were released. The woman accused Shannon Sharpe of sexually assaulting her twice in October 2024 and January 2025. After previously engaging in the intentional infliction of emotional distress, she said Sharpe became violent over the course of their relationship and recorded their sexual encounters without her consent. Sharpe never faced criminal charges in the matter. On April 20th, 2025, 420, baby, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client, Busby said in a statement on X. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual, tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutual agreed-upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice, meaning they cannot retry Shannon for these for this case anymore. Sharpe, 57, initially joined ESPN's First Take in 2023 for twice weekly appearances alongside Stephen A. Smith after a long run debating Skip Bayless on FS1's Undisputed. Like I said, I think they should bring back Undisputed on FS1 with Skip and Shannon because that would help their ratings and not necessarily just bank on the herd for 3 hours, then First Things First for 3 hours. Put in Undisputed for 2.5 hours like you used to have it, and you got money right there. Give it the same old fucking look that they used to have. He retired from the NFL in May 2004 after a 14-year career in which he won 3 Super Bowls, yada, yada, yada. If you don't know who Shannon Sharpe is, I recommend you Google it or watch Nightcap, watch Club Shay Shay, because Club Shay Shay is a fucking great podcast where he interviews people, and Shannon has a great personality. He's a great interviewer. Kind of sucks that he's going through this. Same with the Unk and Ocho. Bro, Nightcap, there's a reason why it's called Nightcap. It's kind of just sad that their stories, even though it's very entertaining, I feel like they kind of got caught up into like Nightcap personality, and it's kind of catching up to them. And all the stuff that they post and talk about on Nightcap, I think it's now a little bit not as intense as it used to be because of all the allegations and everything that they're kind of going through. But it takes a toll, man. It takes a toll. Now Ocho's also getting like being hit because in fact, let's get into the next video, ladies and gentlemen. So that was, what was it? Yesterday was when, so earlier this week, I think the lawsuit, or a couple weeks ago, the lawsuit was settled. I think 2 days ago, or yeah, I think it was 2 days ago by this point. They basically, ESPN came out and said that they weren't going to be bringing back Shannon Sharpe and that they were basically parting ways with him. And now, a day or two after that, there has been a new lawsuit filed. And Marcellus Wiley from That Dude TV, former host of Speak for Yourself, which I thoroughly enjoyed when it was him and Whitlock, when it was him and Acho. He does an amazing job, and he does this thing called hydration situation, which is kind of what I'm kind of doing right now with me reading some news articles, right? So he does a hydration situation about this specific situation where Shannon Sharpe and Shadow Josinko is being sued by a woman for $20 million for defamation over a viral Usher video. And I remember watching this on Nightcap, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't give a I'll be real with you. Who the fuck gives a damn about this lady? These are just my opinions, lady. I don't got $20 million to give you. I ain't got a damn penny right now to give you. So, sweetheart, don't come sue me. This is just my opinion, okay? Just saying. Just saying. Let us watch. That dude.
In terms of how giving community, and if you do page you on our call from at the studio at the crib, because guess what? You can jump on this right quick. Man, this is it. The U.S. Sun, right?
There we go.
They be breaking stuff. They're like the TMZ of Britain or something.
Yes, they are.
England or something. Emotional distress. Shannon Sharpe sued for $20 million after ESPN star shamed woman over flirty vid with Usher and wrongly said husband left her. Immediately, I ducked. I was like, I remember that video.
Yeah.
And I thought he was married.
I wasn't the only one that ever did that video.
I'm not going to say. Check the guilty. Well, the point is, remember this video? Remember all this?
These are my confessions.
One of the ladies. And her friend right there. Woo. This ain't Black Don't Crack, but it's what.
Olsen is feeling Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, we got an epidemic in this country.
Tracy 20.
Big, but that girl.
But she looked like Bill Cosby. She looked like Bill motherfucker Cosby. I'm sorry. Don't sue me for $20 million. That's just my opinion. Ain't no defamation here. My opinion.
Shannon Sharpe being sued for $20 million after performing.
These are my opinions. I know anybody saying
Her flirty video with Usher and wrongly alleged her husband left her over the incident. Okay, the shame word, I don't know what he said exactly on it, but yeah, I could hear you on that last part. Wrongly alleged her husband left her over the incident. She wasn't married. Her husband didn't leave her over the incident, which is opening it up, let's just say, a can of worms. Court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun. The woman from Jimalita, I don't know what part of the country she's from. So Malay different ways. Tillman, we're going to call her Tillman, is Zoe Sharpe as well as his night-tried co-host Chad Jimalita. Cinco Johnson.
Oh, you got a sushi.
Man, now two in the pocket.
That's crazy.
Tell me, Shay me. Oh, she won. Now
You go for it. All right.
surprised she didn't put the volume on there. Probably didn't know what that was. Okay, Shannon Sharpe is
Ocho probably regretting fucking pairing up with Shannon at this point. Shannon made Ocho. Oh my God, look at
She lost. That's worth $20 million.
That's Bill Cosby in a wig. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
There's no way you can quantify it. You just throw it out there and see what happens. See what sticks. Now, as much as we want to talk about as Tillman, all into this, Usher's a performer. He giving her all she got.
Every day.
All she want.
Giving her
Look at this girl right here. She's like, yo, I'm next.
Jeez. Let me skip past this a little bit. I love these guys.
Or
Yeah.
be their person. Like, I don't even know what these youngsters are. Come on, B2X, BXT, them K-pop.
Go check out Project Transition, by the way.
All that you can to this woman. And is that a camera? Oh, sorry, right there in her grill's like, take it, girl. I mean, people, 99% of the world never gonna have more of a famous moment than this. It rank is my top famous moment if Beyonce did this to me, even though Beyonce, that's bad, it's a little lie. No Beyonce. Our kids went to school together. All right, who is the second?
Your kid went to school with Beyonce. Damn, very.
Taylor Swift. Kelsey Mack. But if Taylor Swift did that to me, that'd be my most famous moment, I think. Like, of all the videos I put out of MJ playing basketball or me eating, I think I would get more likes and more views if Taylor Swift was like, come here, Marcellus. Yeah. Look, it's for performance. We all get it. They all going home their separate ways. Ain't nobody tripping. But this is the performance. And she has her most famous moment ever right here. Now let's read what happened to that moment. Amelita Tillman
Yep. Hamalita.
went viral after her interaction with Usher at this concert. However, she said Sharpe claimed on this podcast she was married despite her being single. The woman claims that the host knowingly, propagated a false narrative about her marital status and more papers. I think that's top done for the losses. I don't think that they knew. I mean, I could assume, like just doing this business for 20-some years. I don't think they. I think they just read what they read, and somewhere they got it wrong that they read that said she was married. That's how it goes. Shark 57 just settled a $50 million lawsuit with the woman who accused them of Nyanya. He was officially let go from ESPN job on Wednesday. Today is Thursday, y'all. Dominoes are falling. In Tillman's complaint, she explained on April 2nd, 2025, I participated in the fan engagement moment at an Usher Raymond concert where I interacted with the artist as a selected audience member. Whew. And this was G-rated compared to Chris Brown's. Real. The interaction quickly went viral. Yes, it did, after fans noted the intensity between Tillman and Usher in a fun moment. Like, Usher know what he's doing. He's like, oh, you want this? All right. It's your confession. All right, cheers. Yes. Another case study. Yeah, music is great tape. It's just in. Following this event, the defendants made and disseminated false and defamatory statements suggesting that I was married and that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in this audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. Okay. Well, you can't be going through a divorce if you're not married. Okay. Here we go. Somebody beat it up in the comments. Did y'all watch that nightcap? And if you watched that nightcap, were they clowning? Were they joking? Or were they for real? Tone matters. Tonality. Sure.
I remember.
Special moment during our
She probably was, man.
Pause. I remember watching it. Now, what I don't recall, I think these two motherfuckers right here got wrong information, went on their fucking podcast, fucking spoke about it, said, oh, like the lady had a husband or whatever, he found out, whatever, they're getting a divorce. They got that information, they reciprocate, and that's what basically got these two into trouble. Because I do remember, and they were joking. They were joking. They were making fun. Oh, basically they were saying, I think Shannon was saying, like, what was it? Fuck. If I recall correctly, he's like, I couldn't. If a woman did that to me, I couldn't. I had to leave. And some shit, and then Ocho said some other shit. I remember this episode because I was watching. It's just kind of, I don't know. I feel, in my personal opinion, I feel real bad for the both of these guys because they can't catch a break. That's two back to back for Shannon. That's two for Shannon. And now you got my boy Ocho over here who ain't get killed. So, whole man over here, probably does some dumb shit too. But let's continue watching this hydration situation.
It's a long time ago, Southland. The defendant's false narratives were shared widely across their platforms, reaching millions of followers. Yeah, they big time. Viral spread and refutation efforts, despite my clear public reputation of the false narratives. That's the sentence right there. I mean, look, I ain't go to law school, but I went to school where they had a law school. And I'm going to tell you, if the world doesn't know you and then the world gets to know you, and the way they get to know you is in the way that ain't real, is untrue, that person who put that out there, there's some level of responsibility going to come their way.
Columbia graduate over here, ladies. Hello.
The woman who is a global directive.
She's right here now.
So, Washington Cultural Center. Sound like it's coming to America. So. Yeah. Singing, that's my mama from the Harold Washington Cultural Center. That boy good. Said she even went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the ESPN First Take star that she was a married woman. I didn't see those shows. Ooh. I'm about to erase some of my content and scrub out videos like Acho.
What media shows you go on? I didn't see her refute no goddamn thing. You guys see her refute anything?
The fact that she alleged the defendants continue to post the defamatory content across their social media platform. Okay, I know their social media team I used to work with. Okay, let me just say this about CJ and them. They pushed the envelope. Like, they pushed the envelope. Now, I don't know if they even got wind that this lady was refuting what they were pushing, but put it like this. They don't trip. They go there. That's why, in part, Shannon Sharpe's so big. He has a formula, CJ and his partner, where they put stuff out there. And when they put it out there, they know it's going to hit. They have a secret sauce that is successful. So I hope that they didn't hear that someone was refuting it. But that's just how they are. They're a machine. So props to them. I made numerous efforts to contact the defendants to request the removal of this false narrative, but these requests were disregarded. Okay, this ain't knocking at the door. Hey, I hate when people say I tried. Trying ain't enough. Do or do not. It's don't try, right? Either get me or don't get me. I'm talking about you try. What'd you do? Email shayshay.com? Like, what? Come on now. The single mother added, if you wanted something from me and you needed it, if you had to have it, I bet you would have done it. The single mother added that the false statements have caused significant harm to my character and reputation. All I'll say is, I don't know what happened and what has not happened, but I do know when people get famous for something, and if it doesn't go the way they want it, they ain't happy. And this didn't go the way she wanted it. Because you could be, let me finish. She further argued their continued dissemination of these false statements after I publicly clarified my marital status demonstrates a reckless disregard for the truth. Now we get into legal speak. This is how you trap people. This is how you get people caught up. This is how you get people to settle. This is how you get people to lose cases they should win. Because you over here with this hand said, I'm reaching out. I'm telling everybody what. But Shannon Sharpe and Club Shay Shay ain't over there. They over here doing their thing. There's so much information that's lost, not even in translation, not even in the distance. It's just the fact that ignorance, like I can't consume all this information. I'm doing 5 hours of content a day. I'm sorry, I said something wrong that I read that was wrong, potentially. Okay. Anyway, that's another video we gotta do. Shannon Sharpe breaks silence. See what that's about. Tilly further alleged ongoing misinformation has resulted in emotional distress for the plaintiff, damaged her reputation, and adversely affected her personal and professional relationships. Yeah, look, if somebody's saying that you was married and now you're getting divorced, that you was over there breathing in Usher's breath, you taking inhales while he exhaling, and y'all sharing saliva through air. Wherever you're from, they're looking at you different. People who don't even know you be like, oh yeah, you the girl that was kissing Usher. The married lady that was kissing Usher. What? The married lady who got divorced for kissing Usher. If that ever happened, which I'm sure it did happen, that's literally how I would have recognized. I've been at Red Lobster, where I'm from, Blue Lobster, let me stop. And I'm like, yo, for real? Ain't you the lady that was kissing Usher? I'll be nice at first. I'll be like, and then she'd be cool back. She'd be like, yeah, pass some biscuits. I'm like, oh, man, you really got divorced? Your husband tripped, huh? He didn't know it was just playing? Y'all ain't really kissed. I'm not married. I wasn't going through a divorce. I don't know why everyone keeps saying that. Can I just have a biscuit? See, that's how it goes. So the Chicago native whose previously homeschooled daughter received her doctorate while still a teenager is seeking $20 million in damages. So they work. They got real jobs. That's smart. He crazy smart stuff. U.S. Son has recently shot them. I actually made some money jobs just with U.S. Son, Tim United. We've been in communication with the legal team of Shay Shay Media, who was also representing Shannon Sharpe. Well, I'll tell you about them demand letters. That's what that is. They already sent them a letter a second ago, said, hey, this ain't even got to hit a filing. 99%. I'm not sure. But I think they sent them a letter. Shannon was like, come on, y'all, this is getting out of control. I can't be getting sued every day. And they're like, all right, well, you are. Or he didn't get it and they just did it because they know this is the right time where public approval of Shannon Sharpe is at its lowest and belief in him and his decisions is at its lowest. They're looking to resolve this matter quickly, and we will probably have more to share upon our next conversation. They feel like they got something cracking already. The lawsuit comes on the heels of the news that ESPN fired him this week after he settled another expensive lawsuit earlier this month with a woman who accused him of. Then they got this Sharpe ESPN stuff. We do that another time. Oh, his other lawsuit with Michelle Evans, 53, alleges that the NFL star had threatened her after she filed a restraining order against him. All right, that's another case. All right, career impact. They come up first take. Man, I don't know who he is. You better play some hockey, football, or something. I hope you ain't just walking down the street looking like that. Let me see. Oh, see? I didn't even read the caption.
So, God, don't show that picture. Don't blow up that picture. God, why are you blowing up that?
It was.
Oh Jesus, your daddy look.
Summation. Become a gym member with Project.
All right. Go check out Project Transition. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley, who does an amazing job with the hydration situation, ladies and gentlemen. But with that entire breakdown that Marcellus just did, this is they're gonna get some money out of this. That's what's driving me crazy right now. Literally, they are like, in my eyes, they're taking advantage of these two at Shannon's lowest point just to make $1 over something, in my personal opinion, that was just done in good fun and mockery. Jesus, we can't get away with nothing nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I hope this serves as an example to all you men out there, to any, actually not just men, to women too, men, women. Nowadays it's bi gender neutral, whatever the fuck it is. This goes to all of you guys. If you're gonna be rolling in the circles that Shannon Sharpe, if you're gonna be wanting to do the things that Shannon Sharpe likes doing and wants to be doing, get an NDA, pay for fucking everything, and make sure whatever you're paying, there's a contract in place where people can't get necessarily sued or something. Like, there's got to be ways to properly protect yourself. And at this point, I feel like a legal document where you have them sign a consent to fuck, a consent to date, a non-disclosure agreement to not disclose what had transpired within the relationship. Those things, full-fledged, you're good to go at this point, if you're going to be as big as Shannon or Ocho. Because at this point, they can't date any random woman from a fucking supermarket, or they can't date anybody normal. They got to date people that are in higher tiers. And even when they date those people that are in higher tiers, for example, what happened to Shannon, I think he was dating an OnlyFans girl who was in her 20s, and she saw a fucking payday, and now she and basically I believe I don't know what happened in their relationship, but a strong part of me is inclined to believe Shannon had a consensual relationship with this girl in exchange for money. And when Shannon stopped giving her large amounts of money, they broke it off, things took a sour note, and he didn't have an NDA or anything to really protect him. And that's why things ultimately escalated to what they escalated to. Same thing with this whole this lady trying to take 20 million from him while he's down. I think it's fucking ridiculous, and I think it's scummy. I think it's scummy. What have we learned right so far? Don't take don't take markers that, unless you're don't take markers in Las Vegas in general, because those casino owners will come and fucking get you. Source all your content. Make sure you're just stating an opinion based on information that you currently have and that you don't know it's accurate. Do something to protect yourself legally, like in the video. I don't care. Do your proper research before posting a video. And if you're going to have a relationship and you're as successful as Shannon or as Ocho, or as anybody for that matter, just even if you're not even that successful, even if you're fucking pegs below, but you got things that you have to protect, like a family, your assets, whatever you got to protect. Get an NDA, get contracts, get these things signed in order to have a relationship with somebody, because that's ultimately what I think is happening to today, to the world today, in today's age. It's just, you can't trust nobody nowadays, and everybody's in it for something, right? Let's get into the last one of the day, which is Gilbert Arenas over here. Basically going to jail for poker games, for illegal poker games that he wasn't supposed to be hosting. We'll be right back.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Guys, have you heard? Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. All right, guys, so let's get into the last topic of the day, which is Gilbert Arenas being arrested for illegal high-stakes poker games. Basically, we're going to be breaking down a CNN article in my interpretation of what has happened. I just can't believe this is like I can't believe the headlines has been just taken over by sports media personality, not even sports in general, because it's been kind of slow in sports, other than the Hall of Fame game that's kind of happening in the MLB trade deadline. There's some other things happening also in the world of soccer. We'll cover that on the next episode. But it's in my honest opinion, I just can't believe what's going on right now. So let's break down the CNN article, where it is written by Kyle Fletcher. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas arrested in connection with illegal high-stakes poker games. All right. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas was arrested Wednesday and is accused by the Department of Justice of being a part of high-stakes illegal gambling ring that ran out of one of his California homes. Arenas, 43, is facing a federal indictment on a count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, one count of operating an illegal gambling business, and one count of making false statements to federal investigators. Wow. According to the Justice Department, Arenas rented out an Encino, California mansion to host illegal poker games. If convicted, Arenas faces up to 5 years in prison on each charge. That's about 15 years. 3 charges, that's 15 years, right? On Thursday, Arenas posted a video on Instagram of him dancing down a flight of stairs saying, "Can't hold me, baby. They can't hold me." Actually, give me a second here. Let me find you that video.
You better not.
Golden State.
Free.
Joe Arenas, free for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Help me.
Free.
Oh my God. I'm back on the streets. This ain't got shit to do with me. Just rented the house. Wasn't a part. Uh-huh. Look at that. That's Gilbert Arenas for you, ladies and gentlemen. That man is free. Can't hold me, baby. A caption posted. Oh, okay. A caption posted along with the video read, "This ain't got shit to do with me. Just rented the house. Wasn't a part of the festivities." According to the Associated Press, Arenas attorney Jerome Friedberg said outside the courthouse Wednesday that he hadn't had much time to speak with his client and couldn't comment on the case. At this point in the case, he is presumed innocent, right? Friedberg said he has the same right as any other citizen to that presumption. Wait, what? He has the same right as any other citizen, that presumption, and that's how he should be treated. CNN has reached out to Friedberg for comment. Arenas is a former 3-time All-Star who played 11 seasons in the NBA, most notably with the Washington Wizards. In more recent years, he's become a popular podcast host on Gil's Arena, in which he and other former players discuss basketball. According to the indictment filed by prosecutors in Los Angeles, Arenas directed Arthur Katz, 51, to stage the games. Prosecutors are saying he's the one that directed somebody to stage the game. Katz would then prepare the home and collect rent from the other individuals accused of being involved in the scheme. Yevgeny, I think, or Evgeny, I think I'm gonna say Evgeny Gershman, who the department describes as a suspected organized crime figure from Israel, Evgeny Drovesky, Alan Austria, Yaran Cohen, and Ivan Kralchen would then manage the illegal gambling being done at the home, according to the indictment. I am sorry if I butchered those names. I think if these are Israel names, I'm not from Israel. I try my best here. Okay, I try my best here. All the other defendants face charges all the other defendants face charges of one count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and one count of operating an illegal gambling business. No lawyers for Arenas or other defendants were listed in court documents on Wednesday afternoon. Justice Department investigators accused Arenas co-defendants of collecting money off each prize pot, inviting people to play in the games, hiring young women to serve drinks, provide massages, and offer companionship. We know what companionship is, guys. You know, they basically just to the people playing the games and then collecting a portion of what the woman earned from their work. So so that last part was basically like they got tipped and then they collect the tips and get like tax tips or something like that. Now, companionship, that is just another fancy word if you know, you know. That's just another fancy word for prostitution. Companionship means, if you tip me $150 or $250 or whatever the fuck amount, I'm assuming, if you tip me $1,000, I might give you some satisfaction, right? That's essentially what companionship is. At least that's what I think companionship is, at least in these terms, when it comes to what they were hiring these women to do. But it is noteworthy that he's not being brought up on any like RICO charges like Diddy was, right? He's not like trafficking women or anything like that, or at least that's not what he's being indicted for. According to the indictment, investigators obtained text messages between Arenas and Katz that show the two planning to host alleged illegal poker games at the mansion, and even came up with poker tables that bore Arenas' name and image. The two also discussed financial matters and payments over text messages, according to the indictment. Oh, that's a picture of Arenas poker. Whoa. Poker club. Gil might be in trouble if those are a photo of a poker table included in the indictment against. Oh, wow. Oh, Gil might be in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, he might have set it all up. He didn't participate. He rented the house. He didn't participate, but they got images. He's in trouble. Guys, technology nowadays, if you haven't noticed, read the fine print to anything you consent to, because your microphone on your phone is constantly on. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or realized this or anything, but if your microphone is on, it's picking up whatever you're saying. That's why whenever like you go on your phone and let's say you've been thinking about potatoes or you've been thinking about like recipes or gym workouts or whatever, when you go onto your Facebook, you go on your Twitter, the algorithm will generate those things because it is actively listening to you, collecting that data, and populating things that you will like in your algorithm, right? So with that being said, they can easily take that technology and record your messages. If you're texting, I'm just saying, like, you got to play smart. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. The text messages cited in the indictment show the defendants scheduling the alleged illegal gambling nights, financial matters, recruiting women and dealers to work at the house, recruiting security, and other matters, according to prosecutors. The indictment says Arenas sent text messages asking about money collected at the games, complaining about players being intoxicated and trying to find host for the gambling nights. The home used for the alleged illegal gambling nights was raided in the early hours of July 20, 2022, with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security investigators seizing money that was found in the master bedroom of the home. The former Washington Wizard attempted to get the money back by filing a petition with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Prosecutors say Arenas falsely told them he was not involved in the gambling that was taking place at the home. In fact, as defendant Arenas then knew, defendant Arenas had knowingly provided gambling equipment at the Gable House. Gable or Gamble House? Gable House to be used to host an illegal poker game on July 19, 2022, had knowingly rented out the Gable House to be used to host the illegal poker game on July 19th, 2022, and was collecting rent from the host for operating an illegal poker game at the Gable House on July 19th, 2022. The indictment states one of the defendants faces additional accusations. Gershman is charged with entering into a sham marriage with Valentina Kojokari, and the two of them face 3 additional charges: 1 count of conspiracy to commit marriage fraud, and making a false statement on an immigration document. Prosecutors allege Gershman paid Kojokari for her participation in the marriage. According to prosecutors, they both submitted false information on the immigration forms. And that, my friends, is the entire article. Now, in summation, you, my friend, I hope you don't do 15 years, bro. I get the best lawyers, spend the money that you need to spend, my guy, because from the pictures I've seen, from what prosecutors are stating they have on you, it doesn't look that good. Does it? If they got text messages of you actually telling somebody, hey, we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that to host these poker games, it kind of puts you in a rock place. Now, with that being said, I personally didn't realize that it was illegal to host a fucking friendly fucking poker game at your house. Now, in this situation, I don't think it was necessarily friendly, and I don't think these guys were all friends. These were high stakes poker games with like 4 or 5 big ballers, maybe 6 high end players. But I just get burner phones, guys. Like, if you're gonna do illegal shit, like, think it completely through, because 1000%, the moment you act, the moment you do it once, they're caught onto you, and they are following you, and they are recording you. Don't think you got lucky. Do not think you got lucky, especially if you're moving with a lot of money. Now, to sum up this episode, what are the lessons we learned today? Number 1, with Marcus, my friend Marcus Morris over here. Marcus Morris Sr. Be liquid at the casinos. Don't take a marker. Don't gamble. Just don't gamble. If you don't have it, don't gamble. Right? If you don't have it physically on you, there's no need to gamble. Dude has made over $100 million in his NBA career. Went to jail, was humiliated in the public eye in front of his family at a fucking airport for $265,000, which is chump change to this man. So pay your debts on time. Pay your debts on time. Don't gamble. And if you're going to gamble, make sure you have it on you, because casino owners will send the law after you, and they will do it legally, and they will be assholes to you in the process until they get their money. And if they are other types of casino owners, man, you might be in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Depending on I think he got saved because he was famous. Because, dude, oh Lord. That's the lessons I learned from Marcus Morris Sr. today. Uncle Ocho, what did I learn from Unc over here? NDAs are important at this point in life. If you're going to pursue a relationship and you are of a higher standing, and you're rolling in other circles that aren't necessarily the same circles you've been rolling in or you're accustomed to rolling in, especially Shannon Sharpe. Bro, you need to. I know you love OnlyFans models and you love them young type things, but you see what you've gotten yourself into, Shannon? Do you see what you've gotten yourself into, Shannon? And it hurts me a little bit because I am such a big fan of yours. I support your content. I love watching Unc and Ocho. I haven't watched it recently, and I haven't really watched it in a while. I'll come on here and there. I've just been busy with life and 2 kids and everything, so I don't necessarily have the time. But I love Shannon Sharpe. His content has made me feel like I'm a part of like his family. It's so entertaining. It brings a joy to my heart. And for him to be going through these things, man, it's just protect yourself. Know don't trust anybody. That's the first thing my mama taught me. That's the first thing he forgot. Don't trust nobody. And if you got to, pay it off. Make sure you pay it at the beginning. You pay him for the signatures that you're going to need to justify what you're doing. At the end of the day, just pay for it, right? Just pay it. Get NDAs. Get consent forms for sexual activities that you're going to participate in. Get NDAs for your relationship. Fucking, if you have to, make sure there's like a clause in that contract where you're allowed to record for your benefit and for her safety or whatever. Like something, man. Because it pains me that you got sued. You got sued I believe in what was a consensual relationship, where it was more or less a money grab, where I genuinely believe, I don't know the relationship. I haven't necessarily dove really deep into the details, but I genuinely believe you guys, the moment you broke up with her was the moment all of these problems started, because the money wasn't coming in from a big baller like you, because you were taking care of probably everything like you were just accustomed to doing, because I'm pretty sure that's the plan of human being. What I learned from Ocho, man, you gotta pick better friends. Nah, I'm kidding. It just bad place, bad time. Don't put yourself in a bad place, bad time, and make sure. Oh, another thing, check your sources. Make sure whatever information you're putting out there, you are putting out the correct information. That's why I'm sticking to facts, and I'm making it abundantly clear in my video that these are just my opinions and the things that I've learned from these guys. And Gilbert Arenas, what did I learn from Gilbert Arenas? If you're ever going to do anything shady, any shady ordeal, like, for example, run an illegal gambling ring, maybe grab a couple burner phones. Don't use your actual cell phone number to like set these things up. Granted, I think he was genuinely going in with the intention of setting up friendly poker games, air quotes, and not thinking he was doing anything wrong or illegal. But because gambling laws in California, nonetheless, are very fucking strict, and I didn't even know that hosting a gambling night at your house was illegal. I think that's fucking crazy. But yeah, just burner phone. Get a fucking burner phone. Like, it don't cost you more than 10, 20 bucks at a Walmart, and do your illegal shit that way. Remember, your phones record everything. Realize what things you're consenting to. Understand that your whatever text messages that you send out, it's not necessarily between you and the other person you're texting. It's literally between you, the other person you're texting, and the phone company. If you're sending it via conventional means, via text messages, pictures, whatever it is, they can go to the phone company and get all that stuff. So just remember those things. Don't gamble unless you have it on you. Better timing. Just better timing, and check your sources before you comment on things and put out false information. Get consent forms get NDA and consent forms for any activities that you're going to be participating in And if you can't pay for whatever it is to make sure if you are as famous as these gentlemen, you are not in the public eye. Because at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. It's money. I hate to say it, but in this day and age, it's all about money. What are you willing to pay for your comfort and for your satisfaction? I'm sorry, but that's how life is right now. And for Gilbert Arenas, if you're going to do something legal, burner phone. Because remember, technology nowadays will record everything, especially your phone. It's recording everything. So if you're using your normal phone line to send text messages, maybe think of a better way to do it, or get a burner phone that you can easily dispose of. And yeah, guys, that being said, this episode, after an hour and a half, has concluded. Thank you for watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone with your favorite host, King NPB. You know that's me. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the content. Leave a comment so I know if you agree or disagree with my takes. Always remember, desire is power. If you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Thank you for watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. I will see you next time.